I went fishing and my cousins were on a beach where they were just digging up these clams, and there's all different sizes here. They need to be scrubbed really well, and that you need a clam knife. So a clam knife doesn't have a sharp edge. It's a little sharper on this side here, and you need a good rag. You want to hold it inside the rag, and with the sharper part of the knife, get in between there where the two meet. And some open up easier than others. I went all the way to the edge here, and then I pushed the knife on the inside of that piece. Get this out. And I'm going to save the juice over here. And I'll strain that just in case there's anything in there that I don't want. I'm going to put the shells over here. I'll clean those later. And then I just want to use the knife to remove any of that dark brown black part. Okay, so I'm going to steam these. Alright, so this is a recipe for a baked clam from my cousin. I haven't actually had it, but she made it one day for my family and everybody talked about how it was the best baked clams they've ever had, so I asked her for it, and she said it's actually a clam dip that she uses as the clam filling. So here are my shucked clams and their juice. I'm going to start with 1 large onion that I've diced, 2 minced cloves of garlic. It calls for 1 stick of butter. I'm going to do half to saute in and half for when I get to the breadcrumb part. And while I'm waiting for that, I have some 1 tablespoon of lemon juice, but I actually just did 1 small lemon, a cup of plain breadcrumbs, 2 tablespoons of Parmesan cheese, a teaspoon of oregano, and 2 to 3 tablespoons of minced parsley. So I have the clams and their juice. I'm going to take the clams out and chop those up. Alright, my onions are all soft. I'm getting the clams in. And this was about a dozen clams. Since my clam juice was from the clams and it wasn't bottled clam juice, I'm just going to line a strainer here with a paper towel or napkin and make sure that there's no sand or grit or shell. And now I got the juice of 1 lemon, or 1 tablespoon. Okay, now I'm going to add the breadcrumbs. Since I was just using the clams that I had, I might have a little bit less than is required for the recipe. So I'm just going to see if this will even take another half a stick of butter before I add it. And I think that it will. So I'm going to add that to the pan. I'm going to add some pepper. Add my oregano and my parsley. I took my clams and I steamed them because they're a little easier to clean once they're cooked. Plus, if I needed any more juice, I now have the juice from cooking that. And then to finish these up, what I did was I just took each clean shell, which they did have a lot of grit on them. I scooped the filling over the bowl so I didn't lose anything onto the pan, into each one. And then I covered each one with a little bit of Parmesan cheese. The recipe calls for 2 tablespoons. I ran out a little bit, added a little bit more. And now I'm gonna bake these at 400 degrees until they are nice and golden on top. I'm gonna try a little one. Let's see. The flavor is really, really great. I'm just gonna do some more fresh parsley on top. And there you go, baked clams with onions, garlic, Parmesan cheese, and breadcrumbs.